Ella is a successful designer. She has a caring husband, good friends, and a fulfilling job. At 37, though, her biological clock hasn't yet started ticking. The young woman doesn't want to have kids. Ella's husband doesn't pressure her into motherhood. However, her father, an elderly Jew whose parents went through the horrors of concentration camps, takes procreation very seriously. As for Ella's girlfriends, they too put children above everything else. During a routine checkup, a gynecologist tells Ella about Dr. Elizabeth Simmons, whose experimental program helps women look at motherhood in a different way. One of the main themes explored in present-day horrors is a fear of generally accepted norms, or more precisely, a heavily prejudiced society that criticizes and ostracizes anyone who doesn't fit in. This niche has been traditionally dominated by female filmmakers that have a lot to say about beauty standards, appropriate behavior, and, of course, procreation. Over the years, we have seen plenty of horrors that center around pregnancy and childbearing. Take The Rosemary's Baby, for example. Nowadays, female creators have taken a step further and started to question the forced necessity of getting pregnant that women have to face. All people are different. They have different goals in life, and some don't see themselves as parents. Society is having a hard time understanding and accepting whatever doesn't fit into the so-called norm. But the problem with Clock is that instead of explaining the issue and raising awareness, it tries to scare you. Before Ella decides to go to the clinic, her life feels like a fairy tale. She's an accomplished professional. She has a loving, understanding husband and great friends. Kids are nowhere on her radar, and everybody is fine with that. Her wanting to become a mother, or to put it more precisely, her wanting to become a mother, takes a heavy toll on Ella. She starts feeling unwell. Her mental capacities are fading. She is having trouble distinguishing colors, which disrupts her work. Her world is tearing at the seams. You still want to have kids. What we have here is a metaphor that builds on exaggeration and dramatization. You would expect it to simmer down to some kind of convincing, reasoned statement. But Clock says everything it has to say about procreation fever as early as in the opening scene, where a random woman in hospital robe hangs herself on a swing chain. Next shot after that we see the main character eat a red caviar on a chicken egg. Caviar, eggs, both stand for children. Got it? If not, keep your eyes peeled. Down the lane, there will be more caviar and eggs, both regular and frozen, for any taste and wallet. It's worth mentioning that director and screenwriter Alexis Jacknow is not trying to present pregnancy and childbearing as the universal evil. Her message is actually quite useful and healthy. She tells the audience to listen to their inner selves. If you don't feel like doing something, don't do it, even if people around are shaming you into conforming and following the rules. It's hard to disagree with Jacknow on that, and it's equally hard to find a person who would argue otherwise. The idea for Clock stems from Jackknow's eponymous short film. According to the director, the only way to bring the story to a wider audience was to develop it into a feature-length movie and enhance it with horror elements. With its immersive, eerie atmosphere, Clock works pretty good as a horror, and Dianna Agron does a great job in the lead role of Ella.